Hello and welcome to another YouTube video. I know it's been a while, but the Black Ops 6 beta has finally came out, and I wanted to just um, bring out a video just sharing my thoughts and impressions. I was playing a lot over the weekend. Now I didn't pre-order the game, so I did play the game over the second beta open beta weekend. So I didn't get a lot of time with it. And today's Sunday, so I still have time, and I do plan on playing some more. But I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts and how I felt about the game and what I want to see changed for the final build. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, first thing I definitely want to talk about is the maps. I was skeptical because in a lot of Call of Duty maps, the maps are pretty large. So they got small, medium, large. Well, Activision, I believe, has come out and said that this game is only going to have small to medium, no large maps whatsoever. And I initially thought that great, clap it up. That's exactly what we wanted. And coming to this game, it feels different for sure. I haven't played Call of Duty since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That came out, about a year or two ago. And I was definitely at my first couple games getting absolutely thrashed on, man. I mean, I was getting wiped through the floor. And the time to kill is pretty quick in this game. So you're dying constantly. And the maps being small to medium, you're constantly being in action. So it was definitely an adjustment. But once you get over that hump, at least for me, because I haven't played Call of Duty for that long, and once you get over the hump, it can get fun. I think that this definitely is a smart move from small to medium, making that change small to medium. And I think it's definitely something that they should continue to keep if they ever add on any DLCs and that kind of thing. My favorite at the moment is Skyline. And I think that's the map that a lot of people you see gameplay on. Scud is okay, it's a big satellite in the middle. The one we definitely don't like is Rewind. Rewind, I don't know why, man. It's just very hard to see things on that map, and I'm not a big fan. But everything else, super big fan of. The weapons. The weapons obviously make or break Call of Duty. And at the moment, the Jackal is the best gun in the game. Now, it's so surprising because I don't use the Jackal as much. I actually use the AK. I think it's one of the stronger weapons in the game, and it's the one that I can get the time to kill a lot quicker, in my opinion. Maybe I just don't have the right class set up for the Jackal, but go ahead and fix that, right? But the C9, which I believe is the MP5, is also pretty good. I really want to try out that Tanto machine gun. You unlock it at level 30, and I'm at currently level 22. So I haven't got a chance to use that weapon, but I think that gun looks like it hits like a truck. So I really want to go ahead and use that weapon. But for right now, the gun that I've had the most fun with is the AK. And I don't even think I have the right class set up on it. So yeah, I've used the snipers. The aim down sights for the snipers seems a little slow. So definitely not as much sniping as I thought it would be in a classic Treyarch game. You definitely don't see a lot. At least I didn't come across a lot of snipers. And that's really all I use. I didn't really touch the LMGs. The shotguns are not as powerful as they once were, and that's a good thing because no one likes getting a shotgun to the face, and me included. So yeah. Next thing I want to talk about is the sound. Very seldom did I hear my enemy's footsteps. As long as nobody was around me, yes, you can hear it, but it is very faint for some odd reason. I don't know if it's settings that I have to change or anything like that, but the sound in this game, for footsteps at least, in my experience, non-existent. Now, I will say that the weapon sound, so when you shoot your weapons, the sound that you get when you hit a hit marker, very satisfying. They should definitely keep it the same. That is super super fun, and I think it adds a level of excitement when you're playing the game. Um, Another thing that I really wanted to touch up on, you guys, is the sweaties, man, the tryhards in this game. I feel like with any game that comes out, especially shooters, obviously there are people getting better every single day, right? That is inevitable. That's never going to change. The more people that are accessible to the game, the skill gap is going to continue. I mean, we saw it with Fortnite, right? And it's just going to continue to rise. But man, it is the skill-based matchmaking in the game. I mean, you go positive a couple times and you're in the lobbies with the sweats. They're jumping every corner, dodging. The omni movement is nuts, and I I don't know if it's necessarily an issue with the game itself, but it makes the game a little bit less enjoyable when you really have to sweat all the time for just trying to play a casual game, you know? And I'm not the best by any means, nor do I claim to be, but I do like to have fun with the game. And so constantly being in lobbies where I'm literally having to sit up, as the meme says, right? Just sit up and get serious. It is a little bit tiring. And so I hope that, and I don't want to have to tank, right? You don't want to constantly on purpose go negative to get into the to lobbies that are not as difficult. So definitely something that I hope that they tweak, and I want to see an improvement in on the base game when it drops. Next thing I want to talk about is the time to kill. It is very inconsistent in this game. Sometimes I feel like I'm shredding through my enemy. The next, I feel like it's taking 100 bullets and then some. And even then, I still get killed whether I shot first or not. So another improvement that I want to see in the game, fixed. Let the time to kill be a little bit more consistent. Now, when it hits, I think it's right on the sweet spot. I don't think that we should add any more health or anything like that. And maybe that plays into having the better weapon class. But the aim to kill, the time to kill, is okay for right now, but just needs to be more consistent. The movement with the whole omni movement thing, I thought that I would definitely see a lot more people diving everywhere, but not as much as the case. When I first hopped on, a lot of diving. Now it's a lot of sliding, and obviously that's going to add on to the skill gap. And you know, whoever utilizes the slide is definitely going to be or have the upper edge. So I don't really mind it as much, but again, if it's going to up the scale gap, that's just going to make it a little bit more difficult to play, and it's going to tear off the enjoyability of the game. So, you know, adapt or just let it be. So, not sure what that can do. So, and then the spawns. The spawns in this game are also inconsistent, as like the last two Call of Duties, you influence the spawns, right? If you're heavy on one side, you know they're going to spawn on the other side. And it's not that hard to track down or at least know where the enemy's going to spawn. And there's been plenty of times where I've spawned and there are literally enemies around me. So it definitely is frustrating. Maybe that's just a beta thing. Maybe they can just adjust that once the base game comes out. But that also has to do with the size of the maps. You know, the smaller you're going to make them, the less space there's going to be. So the spawns are going to be a little bit tanked. But anyways, you guys, that was basically my thoughts. I am having fun with the game, and as you see, I dropped 84 kills. We're going to go with the nuke. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate everything. I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.